Hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I thought I'd bring you a video about my favourite 10 mum hacks. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new and press that bell, but let's get started. So I've already done a hacks video, which I'll pop in the description if you want to check that out. And I noticed mainly most of them were about cleaning. So I wanted to, obviously, I am going to mention a couple of cleaning ones that I found, but I wanted to kind of like go a different direction. There's a few things that I do with like the kids things that I do differently to other people, which I didn't really know. So I'm going to include those because they're really, really helpful for me. The first one, obviously to do with cleaning, is this. It's the 1001 carpet spray. Now, as you're wondering, how is that going to help? Well, we've barely had any snow so far. And basically they are obsessed with snow. Last year we got snowed in and had like week off school and things like that because the snow was really, really bad. With this, I get my daughter to clean up and my son clean up straight away. I just say to them, let's put all the toys away and hoover up and then we can have snow. So they tend to go and get the wellies on for some strange reason. And then tidy up the living room and then I hoover it up and spray it with this, and then they just stomp their wellies all over it and like, yay, it's snow. So they really enjoy cleaning up when they get snow at the end of it. So I would recommend this completely. The other one as well, which I didn't really know was a mum hack, and I thought it was like a lot of people did it but they don't, is low coat pegs. I realised when I first moved into this house almost 2 years ago that I kind of like giving my children independence, and at the old house we had those like stick-on things on the wall, and I used to hang their bags on there. But I thought it's so much easier if we hang their book bags, the school book bags, the swimming bags, their coats, their hats, everything like that on there, so they're independent and be able to get it themselves. We have a higher one for all the grown-up coats, or the things that we don't use as often, like their backpacks and stuff for if they go out for the day or sleep over places. And it just gives them so much independence. So if like I'm doing something and we're getting ready to go to school or going out, I'll say get your coats on, and they easily just go up and get them. I don't have to actually lay them down, and it looks like so much more organised and cleaner and things where they need to belong. So yeah, I love the fact that they've got a bit more independence and can help themselves to the coats and things like that. And it also means that they can help themselves to the book bags if they want to get the homework or reading books out, that they can just do it themselves in their own time instead of me getting stuff. And yeah, everything's got their own place there. I just thought with school having their own pegs and things, and they're quite low, why not just bring that at home? So yeah, we love having them and they're so useful. The next one is what I've been doing just before Christmas. I think it was around about like October, November time, and I find it so useful. Don't know about you, but I am an absolute pain at folding fitted sheets. I absolutely hate it. So when I found out this hack, I just fell in love and use it so much. There's so many times I go in our cupboard, our airing cupboard, and try and pick out bedding for the kids, and I can't find a fitted sheet or I can't find the pillow to match the bedding. So it's just a bit of a pain. So what I started doing is I get the pillowcase and I pop in the duvet cover that matches the pillowcase, but then also a fitted sheet that matches that set as well. And I just find it so much easier, especially with my daughter. Well, both of them can still wet the bed. So it's a bit of a pain sometimes when I've got to change it in the middle of the night, and yeah, and I can't find matching sets. So it's helped so much now, and it looks so much neater and tidier that they're all in like their little spaces. And it means now that the kids can also see their duvet covers sets. So I just go to them now and tell them which one do you want, pick one. They just take the one that they want out and we use that one. So it's a lot easier for us to find, and also you can visually see which duvet set like they want to pick. The next one is food related. Now my daughter, both my kids really like love sweets and treats and things, but my daughter is obsessed with chocolate and she loves chocolate spread. And it was getting a bit out of hand. She's not a massive eater of foods. There's only particular foods she likes to eat, and the main one she likes is toast and sandwiches. So she tends to have chocolate toast or chocolate spread on sandwiches, and obviously it's quite unhealthy. They've got a lot of sugar in there, so I wanted to kind of like move that around a bit, so something that she could have that is like satisfies the chocolate that she wants, but also is healthier as well to please me. and I found the perfect thing. Now, when I was on Slimming World, I used to use these shots. They're called Choc shots, and now they've started doing something called a Choc pot. The Choc shots we've all loved because we used to have them drizzled over like ice cream and strawberries and pancakes and stuff like that. But now they brought out like a chocolate spread version, and it's really, really good. I was worried that it'd be a similar texture to the squirty like choc shot. It isn't, but it is a bit thicker, but it just reminds me of it. But it's not as, I don't know, it does taste really, really nice. But I love the fact that the things that it hasn't got in here it's really good basically. It's just like the Choc shot, and it's all naturally based. So there isn't any extra sugars or anything like this in here, and it is amazing. It's vegan, it's free from dairy, gluten, GMOs, it's just fruit sweeteners, and it's made in the UK. It's 75% less fat and half the calories on regular chocolate spread. Spread on toast, pancakes, or whatever you fancy once open to keep in the fridge. But no, it is absolutely amazing. So if I read the ingredients now, it's a sweet freedom natural fruit extracts. It's got crab, apple, water, cacao natural flavouring, caramel, rapeseed oil and sunflower. That's all. So it's not got no added sugars or anything like that. It's got natural sweeteners in there, which I think is amazing. And it's only 14 calories per teaspoon. So yeah, even though obviously my daughter don't need to watch calories, but it just means that she's having less sugar in there, and I absolutely love this, and she loves it as well. It is a bit pricey, it's about £3, but at the minute Aldi are selling it for about £2 something, so I've been picking it up from there. But no, I would highly recommend it if your children like chocolatey stuff, but you don't want them having so much chocolate. It's amazing. Going on with like food and things like that, I recently got some bowls, and these are them, and the kids are absolutely obsessed. My kids have always liked cereals, but they've always been a bit of a pain when they end up like almost finished. Either they'll end up with a bowl full of milk and not drink it, that's what my son tends to do, and it then tends to get knocked over and whatnot. But my daughter, she used to like pick the bowl up and start drinking it, and then it just used to go everywhere. It was a pain, especially if she got dressed for school, and then she'd drink her cereals and just end up going absolutely everywhere. So this time I got them with straws, and so much helpful, and they drink a lot more milk this way. We have like these chocolatey hoops, and they're just trying to make milk into like chocolatey. But yeah, they love it, that they can just drink it up. Sometimes they ask for more milk as well, so these are very, very handy for us. I got these packed of 4. There was green, orange, blue and pink, and I'll link, if I can, I'll link all the things that I've got in the description box as well. But yeah, they love these. The next one I got that kind of still goes on to the food area are these divided plates. Now I found these at Asda, and I've had them for a while now, for at least a year or so, and I got 2 packs of these because they have 2 blues and 2 blues and 2 greens. And then I've got, that was 1 pack, and then another pack they did 2 pinks and 2 oranges, I believe, or 2 pinks and 1 orange, or 2 blues and 1 green. My kids are a little bit funny about things going into each other, and sometimes we have the craziest kind of concoction of foods that I don't think you can have on the same plate. Like obviously when my kids have jacket potato, we have cucumber sticks and things like that, and beans mixed with the cucumber sticks. It just finds a bit weird. So this kind of gives us the opportunity to break them up, and the kids find it a lot easier. My daughter's a bit funny when it comes to saucy things. So when it comes to like beans and whatnot. But even though she doesn't like on the plate, she can dip her chips and stuff into the beans. She just doesn't like eating them like by themselves and then going on things. She likes to control when that type of food goes on her food. That type of stuff goes on her food. So yeah, I just put these on. They're really good for lunch as well because it makes me realise how much they need for each food. So I tend to have the big ones for like sandwiches, and then we have like fruit and like little snacky things. I use these so much, like I said, especially if it's like mix up things where it's like jacket potato, when I have like potato, beans and then like fruit there if they don't want it mixing together. So they are really, really useful, especially if you've got picky eaters and stuff like that. You can then realise that they're not eating it just because they don't like it. They're not eating it because it's messing with the other foods, so they can like mix it themselves rather than it being all splattered on one plate. The next thing that I use, and I've been using this for absolutely years because it's just so much like easier and helpful, The only time I didn't use it was when my son was young. When Ava was born, I started using this, and it was hooded towels, like the swimming towels. I didn't realise how easy it would be just for them to get out the bath. Instead of wrapping just a big towel around them and keeping it on, they'll like run about. When they get out of the bath, they'll run about across the stairs and have races and stuff for some strange reason. And I didn't want them to be naked and cold, so I got hooded towels just to kind of like let them dry off, but that means they can still run about and they're not going to drop the towel everywhere, and it means they can wear the towel, brush the teeth, things like that, and it gives them the freedom to then do it themselves, so they can dry themselves instead of having me kind of like dry them, which is so much helpful for them because I like the kids to be a little bit more independent. But they're really useful. I just hang them on the back of the bathroom door and then just get them off, shove them over the head, and they can just run and do what they want before getting changed. Another thing that I've done since, I'd probably say for about a year, it was not long after we moved into this house, I wanted book storage space because my kids are obsessed with books. My son has got so many. And I wanted something to store the books, but I didn't want them to be on like the top of his desk because they took up too much room. He's already got things on his desk. So I found some magazine racks, they're like the ones that go up. And he had one of those in his bedroom, and surprisingly enough, it got filled pretty much instantly. So I ended up getting him 2, and then that little white one I ended up giving to my daughter. And yeah, they just hang the books on there, and they're easy for them to grab, and they don't have to like pick a book out and the rest of them collapse, because that's what was happening with my son when we had book stands on each side. And this, it just keeps everything a little bit more cleaner and tidier, and they could just help themselves to take a book out and then put a book back, and they just don't mess up. So I would recommend magazine racks for some place to put your books. Another thing that we use as well, we don't use quite often, but we've had them for a while, usually we use them for long journeys, is our seatbelt pillows. They're huge pillows that go across on your seatbelt. It is very difficult to put your seatbelt on and then with the pillow still on, so we tend to just give them the pillows. And if we go on long trips, that's when we do the seatbelt, and then obviously put the seatbelt pillow on. It just means that if they fall asleep, especially Ava, she flings her head forward and falls asleep like this, and I'm like, your neck must hurt. The pillow, it kind of keeps their head upright, and it means that they can rest their head on it, and it's just something a lot more comfortable. I mean, like I said, especially if you're going on long journeys and things like that, it is really helpful, so I really recommend it. So the last and final hack is the bins. For the car, when I pick the kids up from school, they have a snack, and sometimes that snack can be just the wrapper can just be thrown on the floor. So to prevent that, what we did is popped in a monster bin that we are going to get another one for Ava's side soon, which is like a girly one. They absolutely love them, and it's just a fun way of when you've eaten your food, you then feed your rubbish to the monster, and they enjoy doing it as well. And then when it's just full, you just empty it into the bin, and the back of the car just ends up being a lot cleaner, and things like that. So yeah, I really highly recommend a bin for the car. So that is the end of my mum hacks video. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. I'm a mum of 2 to Andrew and Ava, who is almost 7 and 4. And I upload videos on a Monday, Wednesday, Thursday and a Saturday, all about motherhood, lifestyle, beauty, fashion, hauls, cleaning, hacks. So if it's something you're interested in watching, please don't forget to subscribe. But I hope you have an amazing rest of the day, and I will see you soon. Bye.